Witchblade streams all day. Fingers dancing, trying to play. He's the world's at his command. But something's off, I don't understand.
Hello everyone, how you all doing? I see you there, Star. How you're working and lurking. That's always fun. I'm in the lurking. Obviously, work can sometimes be quite. So, what are we doing? I mentioned about the fact that I'm going to be starting a new build, and parts being what they are, you can only have so many per save. I was like, what am I going to do? And I thought, this is quite a good one. It's a semi-dead world ice. And I thought, ooh, how about this build? I'm going to go on the roof. I'm using the part finder ship. And this is the base. I will jump into camera mode. Now, this is the second iteration of the pyramid base. It's in Galaxy 255, which I can't remember the name of. I'm that far away, part of it isn't going to render in because you can see there's holes in the sides there. But there is plenty of ship. There's other people here, as you can see. We've got Mr. Cat's Garden. They've been here for a long time. Some of them are not sure. That one was here before. Ooh, there is salvageable scrap on this planet as well, so that's good considering the ship that I've got. I will have to pay a visit. That one looks like a newer base, because this one's been here for let's see. Planet was discovered in 2019. I was probably here 4 years ago, at least. So, but I built a pyramid. It's got a full mechanism inside. We'll have a quick look at the base. I'll do a quick fly round. I'll change my camera view as well. So, like I say, it is a four-sided simple pyramid based all the way through to the ground. 4 landing pads, 4 entrances in. It's a fully functional base. The power, there's no glitching in this base, which is why the power is stacked instead of a glitched position. So, like I say, you can see it's a full 4 side, and I've got a little tower off to the side which the uprights aren't rendering just at the minute, but what I will do is I will move across, because of course we don't have proper docking, which is an issue, so I'm going to need I had considered replacing a previous build over in Scottish Rod system, changing the ship from what it is to something else. The problem with that idea, unfortunately, is the fact that you can't dock at a base because they haven't made it so you can dock at bases. But there you go. There's the tower, which for some reason those lights aren't flashing, are they? No, those lights are meant to be flashing. There's the garden base. Oh well. Just out of interest, if I go into here and into wire mode, there is the power line's missing. Interesting. The power line is missing. Right, well, we're going to come back to that. Oh, great. This planet's now got very naughty drones. That's going to be fun. Well, luckily we'll be off the ground most of the time. So each of the 4 points in gives you a circular room, leads you to a corridor that then takes you into a square area. Think of it like a nine square where you've got 4 very small. So you've got a small square here, larger one here that gives you all your storage things, sales terminal around the side there. We've got the thingy, what's it? Another room leading to another launch pad. This one is grow beds, which for some reason are not propagated. I don't know why. That leads you to another one. There is some form of colour coding somewhere, and I can't remember what it was. This is the manufacturing place that was never finished. There's your trade terminal. And we come back round, and here we go. We've got our carbon planters, which I might as well take the carbon planters. This is a normal save that we're in. So my inventory is going to fill up with some resources when I start dismantling stuff. And of course I've got a few of these. Right, and we'll go back round. That's where we came in. But as you can see, I've got my staff around here, which I'm probably going to have to now propagate those off to somewhere else. Unless I put them on board the ship, I might just move them to on board the ship. But there's everything you need, and that's the power stack, which it's sealed so you can't really see. And of course the one thing I will show before we start dismantling it is this circular room has an icon on the wall because, as you can see, it says toggle power. And this is the inside. So if I again go into camera mode, this is where there's a launch pad. Launch pad. And you can see the circular room, it comes in, goes into the box. Not all the boxed areas are equal in size. Double stacked square rooms there to give you the nice open space. And of course we've got the relay for calling stuff in. And then we've got our tower, which goes all the way up here, which contains all the power things. And for some reason, I have a random room on its side. That must have been here for a long time. And of course, the only reason that there is showing as a hole is because, of course, it's outside my render distance of where I'm standing. Save beacon on the top. Oops. And where I come in, we can go down, and of course this is where the power is, in here. Now some people might say, well, you could just dismantle it all in one, have done. Well, if I do that, I can't make use of the height of the building to help with the build. So I'll close that off and we'll head back outside. This planet has in fact been renamed. I've noticed that a couple of them have had a bit of a rename, because this system, this planet supposedly was discovered 1 year ago, which of course it wasn't, because it's been around. 6 years ago, Monkey Bear found the system, which is when he obviously made that plant, that one. That's got some bases. This one's got a lot of bases on it. And Monkey Bears obviously has something to do with the North London Technical College, or at least he did do 6 years ago when he was doing this. Which I thought it was quite funny when I saw that, and I thought, well, there you go. He obviously likes his time at North London Technical College, and he's gone and named an entire solar system after them. So I don't know whether he ever enlightened anyone to that or not, but obviously it's still here, and thankfully that didn't get a rename. Now, Boss Gillian's been here and done 3 systems. Can't remember when they landed here, but this is a center system. So it's actually relating to if you're galaxy jumping. So if you jump from here, you go back to Galaxy 1. I'm not in 254, but I do have... I mean, there's only a couple of ways you can actually get to higher systems. The main one, which takes time, is to do galaxy jumping. Going to the center of a galaxy, making a jump, arriving in the next one, traveling to the center, making a jump, and so on and so on. If you know portal coordinates, you can take out a lot of travel time because you just arrive, find a portal, type in the portal code for one of the center systems, and you're there. The other way to do it is if somebody is in there and they give you a lift, basically you go and join them. And an easy one for if you're playing on your own is when you go to the anomaly, you'll find there are people with the bases, the special bases on show, which I think there are now 5 showing, and those are in different galaxies quite often. So, right, we're going to take that out of there, and we are going to make a start, because I need some height, because we're going to do another ship. And of course, because I know where the power is, it means the power on board the ship is going to be nice and easy. But I do want this to be a good height up. And of course I'm going to stick a... oh, that's still sending you backwards when you double click for the extension on the build camera. That's a tad annoying. Now, this one, the base I'm going to build, it's based on another ship. We're going back to Star Trek this time, and we're going to do a Vulcan ship, because I thought that would be amusing. Mainly because if you think about it, Vulcan ships have a circular section. And it's a case of, well, circular section, you know, that's... And of course, great thing with circular sections, especially if they're lit up, you can play with the lighting. So I'm going to have orientated lights that chase each other. I'm not sure how high up I am. I'm not as high as I could go. I'm quite high up. It's probably high enough to do the ship. Let's have a look. Ooh. Actually, ooh, I need to go change my camera view again. I'm going to put in a... Right, I'm going to put in a platform with a temporary teleporter. We need an SRT up here. Got to be very careful that I don't mess up. Right, and go back in. SRT. Because I don't have, because this is a normal save, it means I don't have the thingy to run power and teleporter cables, so I need that. Right. Oh no, I should have done the other one, shouldn't I? Right. Power line, here we go. And that's the quick way down. Connection too long. Seriously? That's too long, is it? Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to make a jump point between the two. I might have to make a little mini shuttle and put a pair of teleporters in the bottom. And I will do something at the very bottom to signify where the the thing is, so if I now take some of those off, get rid of the jellyfish. There's the top of the upmost piece. Base computers there. A lot of this was built using silica powder because it's the old style concrete. So of course, as you can imagine, that was cheaper than metal. I did try to do a metal build, I think, on this, using the metal panels, but it became extremely expensive. Right. And I'm going to aim down, because if I put a little shuttle there, I need a little something down here. So I will have to scrap a lot of that. But at least we've got that there. Right. What I will do is go to here. Make it that one. Right. Make this the... Right, I'm at max of the build at the minute. Right. Go back to SRTs. Oop, that kept me on approximately the right level, so that's good. Right. So that goes to there. I just realized I'm going to have to make a couple of SRTs that I can then delete, so I've got the parts to do what I need to do. So if I then SRT, color, make them red, then we can run a cable to that, then we get rid of that one, then there we go. And that's how you get the alternate. So when you appear in one, you're instantly shot up to the other one. What we can do is link up the power, take that power line up, hopefully this is going to connect and it's not going to say, oh, you're too far away still, because that's always a pain in the backside when that happens. There we go. Now we go over here, we collect the cable, there we go, and then we come down. And this cable goes to this side, like so. Now all we need to do is connect this to a teleporter downstairs, and we are done. So what we will do yeah, I don't have any gold on me. Oh, I must have had some in the ship. Right, we'll put that there. We'll grab the teleporter. Then we've got power, and then we grab that. Oops. That didn't work. Grab that. That's it. And go back out. We want to put this on this side. Like so. Now we go to that, and we can run this one down here. We're going to connect it down the bottom because knowing me, I'll forget and I'll end up disconnecting one of the lower pieces of stuff. Right. There we go. And now we have to test this to make sure it works. And there we go. We are at the top. We never... Ooh! Yeah. I was going to say we never even saw the midpoint, but... because we bypassed it. So the teleporters work... They work really well horizontally as well. But yeah. Of course, if you try... For those people who are going to say, oh, what happens if you walk into one of these when they're set up in a series? Well, the simple answer is you're going to be spat out somewhere. So, and that was literally in the middle of nowhere. So that's why that one's going to be contained inside a mini shuttle. Because we don't need to have it visible. It also helps if I remember to hit the correct button. This base has been featured before, and I think a couple of people have ventured here. I mean, the biggest thing about it was, of course, it's in Galaxy 255. Get rid of that, don't need it. Get rid of that, don't need it. Now, I'm going to bring in the landing pads closer so people can land with the normal things, but we're going to take this one out. Base modifications take a little longer than actually starting from scratch, but then you have to start messing around with other bits and pieces. So as you can imagine, this took a lot of parts. The original pyramid, I couldn't actually finish its shape without it going over the limit for parts. I just need to do a little check. Yeah, I've got something on charge and it's just finished. Or it would be finished if I could disconnect what I need to disconnect. There we go. And I'll just drop everything I'm doing. That's better. So there we go. They are all sorted, which is always a nice thing. I will also just drop that link. So I will be queuing up build ideas for 2026 as well. So anyone who's got any ideas and thinks of something that's really cool or should be attempted, because I always like it when people say, oh, you can't do that. And so I say, oh, you reckon you can't do that? Well, come on, let's have a go. Let's see if we can. I mean, there were things that were not possible when this pyramid was built that basically is possible now, and actually a lot easier than you think. Let's not remove the platform I'm standing on. Like I said, the part finder ship over there, that's specifically built for looking for parts. It's got because your inventory fills up so quick, and you don't want to keep going backwards and forwards to the space station. It's got a storage unit on board, so you can just chuck a load of parts in. Plus you've got the inventory of the ship and your own inventory. Talking of which, mine's probably already showing signs of... Oh no. You can see it's the silicate powdered light. And that's already because... Where is it? Yeah, I mean, I already had over... Like, I've got like 2 stacks there, so... Right. What is that? Is that salt or... Oh, it's rusted, but it's a rusted metal. Right. Yes, when the original design for this base was deemed too big, I then very quick... The refurb on it actually didn't take very long at all. It was mainly just making sure everything fitted. When, as you can see, it goes down into the ground. In fact, that there, if I pull out where this bit of wall is, if I'm not mistaken, this might actually be... Yeah, that's where the original outside was. So it was an extra... What? 2 walls out across all 4 sides, and that caused a problem on the other side. So where you've got like the landing pad here, this piece here was actually over here. So you can imagine it hides quite well. I mean, that is a hole, but it's not a very big hole. So. Hello Atlas, how are you doing? Throwback Thursday. It is a little bit, isn't it? Because I mean, like I say, it's over 4 years ago that this base was done. So, but I will actually. I'm going to be making a start on the actual ship itself properly in a moment, just to give people an idea as to what's going on. But I mean, there's a lot of empty space in here. There's all sorts that you could do, and if you had a bit more of a build capacity, I love the way some of the rocks just grew back. Like, hang on a minute, there's a hole. Oops. Hello, hole. What is down the hole? Oh wow, this one. You see, I never really checked out some of the holes. This planet's got some really cool stuff on it. So you'd be able to, I think that goes back up to that small bit. If you wanted to do tunnel bases, you know, welcome to June. Great thing is you don't need to worry about your way out, because you just have to disconnect build mode. Those things would be popping off like mad if I was actually standing here. Alright. Oh, there you go. It said, no, you've extended this build camera too many times. We're not having that at all. Right. So like I say, I am going to make the platform where the intermediary thing is. That's going to look like probably a Federation type shuttle, I'd a guess. I can probably do that without too much bother. but we're going to make a little save. Or we'll teleport up here. Do get good light up here, which is a nice thing. So, move to the wood parts. I also clicked on the wrong wood part. I want that. I want a floor. Right. So, right. Power is 2 back from there. So, what I need to do... No. That's really... I love the little wooden Death Star things. That's weird. Let's pop you down there. And then have you. So that's where the power is on that one. So if we have the ship pointing that way towards those bases, back of the ship over there, the back of the ship has the ring. Well, it's about 1/3 of the way back from the thing. This is probably a really, really fucking dumb build idea, but yeah, fuck it. Right. Where are you? Come on, brain. There it is. Don't know why I couldn't see the garage door. That's absolutely mental. Right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That edge there. That's where we're going to aim to throw this. There. So if I go to wall, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I'll do it on that one because it didn't click. There. I'm trying to do this the cheap and nasty way, so that probably means attempt number 1 will not work. Oh, come on. Why do you not want to... There we go. Right. Now, if I... Oh my god, it worked. There you go. So cheap and dirty does work sometimes. That's always fun. So this is where we're going to build. I'm just putting them out so I can do this and double check to make sure that is... Yeah, that does look like it's going to be good. So right. Uh-oh. Really? That didn't quite go to plan. Okay, so it's on the other side. Let's go to you. Now, take out you and you. Now. Right, I'm going to have to remove that one so I can see what I'm doing, and that one so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. This is going to be an interesting one because hopefully it's all gonna... I realised I should have... I'm going to have to take that one out. Right. So, hang on, I will take out that so it's not going to get in the way. We need that to go to, I can take that one up. And then we put that one, and we go, come on. There we go. This is another reason why you have to take out all of the various parts. Because when you get too many parts, especially when you're looking at something like PlayStation, I think it happens on the others, you end up losing your snap points. Come on. There we go. It didn't fucking work. That's more to do with my fingers than anything. There we go. Now, depending on how big you want your circle to be, depends on how much messing around we do. Thinking about it, we probably will have to go one more, because we want the inner edge to be about here. Actually, I'm just thinking I should probably have done it. I have made a mistake. Because we want to use the light floors when we get out to the distance we need to be. So for all those people who absolutely love light floors, well, you're going to like this one. Right. What we're going to do is we'll end up converting over. I mean, you can use the small floors and start with them if you want to, which is probably what I should have done, but I can probably get a bit more leeway if I work out exactly where I need to be on distance and then flip. Right, I could use that as the inner ring. One would go there, one would go there, one would go there. Do I go the further bit out? How big should we make this ship? That is the question. How big do we make this ship? Right. This is going to be fun. I will have to go and delete some more things so the snap points work. But there we go. We've got that there. Come on, there we go. So if you ever see people building and then they just delete a shit ton of stuff, it usually means that it's a case of shit, I made a mistake. And then you're gonna like just redo stuff. Right, now take that one out. That says that there's a piece there. Do I trust it? That is the question. Yeah, we're going to have to go probably full 32 for this. Oh, and then, of course, the controller can always bug out on me whilst I'm trying to do stuff, so that's always a fun thing, isn't it? You know, you don't get a warning or anything saying, "Oh, your controller's just going." Cheers. Thanks for not warning me about the for that. Right. I'm going to remove that one as well. Right, so what we need to do is remove these ones. We're going to take that one out, and we're going to... Is it going to give us a piece there? It's not going to give us a piece there, so it lied when it was on about the thing earlier. There we go. Then we can go... No, I didn't want you to do that. There we go. I mean, this will then... Oops. Be rotated back to the correct orientation for each of these pieces. So, I mean, if you just wanted a very small, tight piece, you'd use that edge here to give you your 16 circle, and then you'd use the same flipping technique for it to then turn stuff into the orientation, which I will demonstrate the orientation flip, which is basically what I just did to get the vertical line in the first place. Because we're going to push it out to there, basically. Oh, we've got the joys of the next piece. The next bit is the bit that gets fiddly. It's bad enough when you're using full-size floors. And I tell you now, there's some builders out there that have far better patience than me. But basically, it's there, and you go like that. No, it's not. It's the bottom side, isn't it? Oh, brains. Brains! Because we need to get it to flip, so... Got to try to remember how it flips around. Oh, great. So the fingers are... Oh, it worked that time. It worked that time. Right. Now I need to try to... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So basically, it's that line there. So that's taken us an extra 2 out. And it'll double the number of pieces. which is what we're going to want. There we go. Gets very crowded, as you can imagine. Right, now we can remove. Although technically, right, we need that one next, don't we? You've got to try to keep your eye in for where the part lands as well. Because if you close your eyes or blink, you'll lose your position so easily. Like so. Right, now I'm going to remove. Now, I'm hoping I've got that in the right place. And I've not. It was the next one across. Let's try that one again. So it's there. No, you silly thing. Don't. There we go. Oh, we've actually got sunrise now. That's good. We've got sunrise. If anyone does talk in the chat, I will get to you in a moment. Right. Don't do that. Right, now I need to remove that one. And that one. That one. I'm going to leave that there just for a second. Now I went to that side, so it's this side. Because it was that one. So if it was, I'm going to just remove that and that a second. If it was that one, like so, then it goes there. No, don't do that. There we go. And there we have our 32 sides to begin our ring. Time consuming, but well worth it. But it does now mean that for each and every one of these we now have to do a flip, which is fun. But we will demonstrate on one of them before we move into a bit more demolition. So I'll move one more out, two, call it. Then Should I do a large one first? I'll do a large one first. Copy. Store. That didn't work. Oh, that's good. I barely touched the button, and it messes it. There we go. So now we've got that in, and we'll get rid of that. Copy that, and stick it there. Actually, I'll stick it there because I've just realised that it's... You've still got to remember where top and bottom is. Right. Now, this is the point that we're going to have to work on. We're going to build around from it. So we're basically going to do a similar thing to what we did before. This time, though, we're using walls. One, two, three, four, and that didn't work. That did. Then we remove that, and we put that in its place. Come on, give me the snap. Give me the snap. There we go. Got the snap. Now, remove that so we can see what we're doing. We want the lights, and we're going to light floors. Should we use that one? That one. Unfortunately, they've murdered the colouring. The red floors look disgusting, and a lot of the colours don't have any brightness. We want people to be able to see this, so we're going to use that one. And there we go. That has unfortunately dropped the wire connector on the inside. We're going to have to go the other way round. Okie doke. Not a problem. Not a problem. Because the one thing we don't want, of course, is for the wire connector to show. That's got to be hidden in the ring. The jive. The jive. Right. So, remove the light. We're going to start this way round. No, that didn't work. Then we do it there, and then we go to there, and then there we go. Hopefully this will work the way we want it to this time, instead of flipping it round on us. Let me remove that wire. Then we come in and we have you again. And then we go back into the thing. I'll have to read, if this doesn't work this time, I'll have to double check to make sure I'm doing this from the right point, because I might have to do it from above, not below, rather than above. Ah, you gotta love it. It's still throwing it to the underside. That means I need to flip it round. I need to do it the other direction. That's annoying. It's far much nicer, you know, when things work the first time round. But basically, if you can imagine all of those going around on that point there, and then they can be illuminated when you've got them the right way around. So, but I do need to get rid of some more parts. Unfortunately, this save I am rather close to the parts limit, which is another reason that it's a little on the glitchy side. I mean, Corvettes are... Some people are not concentrating on bases at all now due to Corvettes. I did see somebody doing what they called an open Corvette, so rather than... You're basically running around on top of it. And I found it amusing to a degree when they were talking about having to have it a certain height, especially when they were forgetting that the thrusters make it the first level. What's above the thrusters is not the first level. So, and of course there are ways of getting the thrusters to merge, because I've got a couple of Corvettes where the thrusters and the first body parts are actually on the ground. That is level 1. So the first level of the ship and the first is on the ground, basically. I mean, part skipper there, that's only 3 levels. You've got your thrusters and a gun, then you've got the actual ship, and then you've got your engines. 3 levels. Now, you could, if you wanted, knock that all down to a single level. It's crazy, but you can. You get a very, very flat ship. Now, if you wanted to do the open ship, where basically everything on top is accessible, you've got the 1 level, and then you can have your cockpit on level 2. Maybe you can put your engines on level 2. So you can have an open cockpit, open base design, and it's shorter in height than what you're looking at. Which, like I say, is balmy. But it's nice that you get the lights that work out. Actually, there's one thing I will point out on this ship. And it's amazing how effective it is, especially when it's closer to the ground. Putting the lights underneath it. The white lights. Because of course everything auto lights, it's auto powered. And sticking quite a few of those circular lights, you get low to the ground, it illuminates it brilliantly. Don't know how many parts I've deleted from this place already, but it's quite a few. When I've shrunk the base down, the little bit that's on the ground, for those arriving in normal ships, I'll probably only have the 2 landing pads. The 4 that were here is because we used to travel in a group. And we could easily have 4 people in the group who were coming around and visiting bases, so everyone had to be able to park. Do need to remove this tower as well. since it doesn't work. Although I could just reconnect that in a minute. I might reconnect. I might keep it just for giggles. Shit for giggles, you know. Why not? I've just realised I've got this sat on the roof. No idea why, but apparently I had that sat on the roof for some reason. I just realised you can't really see when just by looking up, can you? Yeah, it's going to be a good height. So it's like, yeah. Right, ooh, I nearly walked off. One of the other things we have to do on here, because of the shape of the ship, is make some extension pieces where the halfway point is. So, and then the question, what colour? I just realised the colours they give you are, I also just picked the wrong piece. The colour they give you isn't actually available. That's too orange. That's quite yellowy, but it is beige-ish. No one wants a ship made of wood, because that looks silly. I wonder, actually, if I go into there, yes, we've got that on there. Then I go to the wood, and I select mahogany, because why not? And then I go, this probably isn't going to work at all, but experiment time. Well, it has made it brown, it just hasn't made it weathered. So we can make it brown. And I suppose if it's going to be Vulcan, then it doesn't need to have any weathering on it, because, well, you know, they tend to keep things clean. As they do. Right. These pieces don't like stacking. I don't know what it is with the walls. They don't like stacking. If anyone can work out why, answers on a postcard. And yet the bigger walls, as long as you get the snap point, will. The other thing is, if that's that piece there, that's going to come down on the outside, because it's going to come to a piece here that's going to fold away from there, so it's about halfway, isn't it? So if I drop, that's fun, it'll stick there. Oop, don't stick onto there. There you go. So that's basically where it's going to be. So that bit will fold into that. And then it'll go down into the ship. I should actually try to find a picture of roughly what it is we're going to do and try to use it on the thumbnail, because that might actually fucking be useful. Just so people have an idea of what we're going to do. But I will have the wiring for how I'm going to get the lights done. I'll show that. Which is far easier than you might think. The other thing is trying to work out how to get the line of the ship the way I want it, because, like I say, that's where the thing is. It's going to go out to there, and from there it's going to come along here and then curve. So let's have a look. I'm going to put the curve here, and then it'll have to swing out to those points. That is the easy piece. Oops. Right, there we go. Then remove that, pop that down, go to there. Then now we're going to use the back of that or the front of that. I've also put it in the wrong place. Because if we do it to there, or even there, would it be better if I used the smaller walls to give it more detail? Because if I did it on the smaller walls, I would take it from there, go into there, it would only go to there, so I would have to do it from here, then 2 to 2, and then 2. Right, so I'm going to have to take it from there. That's fine, that's not an issue. I will send this out this away, and let's because if we do that on that size, flat one, then take it to, right, we will see how it does, but I might have to do this like I did the start of the wheel, because I've got a feeling I need that extra push, because of that there and that's there. No, it will do it. I just don't know how. Oops, I just don't know how marvelous it's going to look. We will find out in a moment. Look at that. Right. Come on. There we go. Right. So we then oh, come on. The fingers are wearing out. Come on. There. 2. There. There we go. Then we've got 1, 2, 3. And we've got 1, 2, 3. Then we can remove that one and that one. That goes there, that goes there. Yes, so now this time we go there. Because we're only doing half a circle this time. There we go. Now we have to work out exactly how that fits, because we're going to have to lower it down by a wall, basically, isn't it? Is it a wall or is it a wall and a half? Let's have a look. But that's halfway there. 2 walls. So we need it halfway down. So I stick that there. I could have done with another save beacon. Always remember to save. Go into the wood. Wood. Like so. I'm doing that for height only. I'm going to put that there and copy it. Like so. We'll be deleting these out as we back round. There we go. Now we swing back round. Get rid of that. Silly me. Come on. No, latch into place, you dumbass. There we go. Get rid of them, copy that. Need to get rid of that one. Drop it down. This is going to be fun since I'm standing on the damn part. Back away. There we go. Actually, I think it's easier from this side. Typical, just as I say that, I then have an issue. Come on, there you go. And there we have. I will dump these back on this side just because that's the side we're going to be working on. And then I can remove those internal pieces. Camera mode. Don't know why they like such large open spaces in the middle of the ships, but there you go. And then those pieces will follow back down. They're not quite right. I might have to extend That's only halfway, isn't it? Oh, it's not too bad though, because I can link that. Drop down. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just stick a piece in there, because there's going to be more ship over this side anyway. So cockpit at the front. I'll have to make a docking point, I suppose, as well. Oh, that's a big hole in the pyramid. Let's start on there. So that's not bad. Yeah, went the wrong way. Of course, the question is, what do we do about our little shuttle that we're going to throw in? Let's fall down. That's a lot of parts just to get it to go up, wasn't it? Right, one more of them. Then we want... We'll go back over to our standard white texture. And we want that one. Should we knock those ones out sideways a bit? I think we should knock those out sideways a bit, but I'll put some pieces for copying. Because we've got several pieces we're going to need, including for the cockpit. Right, let's... so we'll have to go... We're going to go down and then we're going to go up for the piece. This is going to be fun. Give me a square floor. Right, square floor. I want wall. Then we're going to do that. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, and a floor. And one of them. And then one of them. And it twisted. Nah, dumb. Fucking dumb. Right. Right. Let's take it to that. In fact, no. Let's just... go all the way to that. That's probably safer. There we go. Then we're going to bend that back in. It should be fun. Am I having fun? I don't know. Am I having fun? That is the question. You've just joined me as I'm working on the shuttle, which is going to hide the teleporter. Because the actual build is up there, and the demolish is down here. Right. That didn't work. I need to stick a line on there. I also need to take that off. I need one of them. Put one there. Grab one of them. So, right, now I need... oh, I do need another piece, don't I? Better make sure that's still got the right colouring. It does. Now, why are you dropping yourself too low? Is it because of that? I think that's because of that other piece there. Yeah. Okay, that's weird. That doesn't like that. Pop you there. Let's have a solid wall. Pop you there. Actually, if it's going to curve back in, how do I fit the door in? Because... ah! No, because that's not going to work. Right. Because it's only 2 and then it's going to be 4. Put the back door in. I think that'll be the thing. Make it one of those rear entry pieces. I can use one of them for the sides once I've got the thing in. But I can drop that down when I get the nacelle pieces in. Because the nacelle pieces are going to go here, so we can hide the bottom of those doors once we work out how we're going to build up the nacelles. How big is a pipe? How big is one of those bits of pipe? That's going to be about halfway, so that's no good. So it would have to be on the bottom of the door. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. Problem solving 101. Right. Now, if I go back to the pipe, that's going to stick this way. Now it's going to stick up. Oh, there you go. It needs to be lower. It actually needs to be lower. Right, okay. Pop you there. Pop you there. Grab the pipe. Double check its colour. It's correct. Right. Would the bigger one look better? Or is the bigger pipe too big? I think the big pipe is too big, isn't it? Why are you trying to stick that on there? That looks more like a frickin' cargo unit. Shunt that. Great. This one doesn't, because it doesn't have the flexible bend of the other. I'm going to now have to run it in line. Okay. That's a bit weird. Right. So, if you can go... No. If you go there, I'm going to have to do this way round. Right, and then go there to there, then remove that. Now go back to the big fat pipe. Oh, come on. Fingers bloody work. Why are you doing that? You should be in line with the damn thing. Having said that, that's also not in the right place. Bugger. Does that mean Oh, I think I've just worked out the problem. I think I've just worked out the problem. Because it doesn't flex like the small pipe, and for some reason will not hook on to the end of the small pipe, I need to make a uppy downy in that direction to get it to lie down. Well, that's going to be fun. But at least I'll be able to light the stuff up and do what's needed. However, that is... Let's throw myself into the middle of nowhere again. Whee! So we will head to our ship and then have a quick look at what we've done. I'll do a bit more demolish work of the ground base. Get that ready. for what we're doing. So the pyramid's right down, totally destroyed. And the new ship base is going to be here. It's a shame Vulcans build stuff in brown. I might have to look and see if they use a different colour, because it does look turdy. Welcome to my flying turd base. You know, I mean, just what you fucking need. But there we go. So that's going to be it for today. We'll be back to do some more later on. Thanks everyone for dropping in, and we'll catch you all again soon. Next week will be more of the same, I think. Possibly, maybe. See how it goes. But until then, have fun everyone, and I will catch you all later. Bye for now.